Do you feel like you have no time for meditation or it's just too hard to sit down? Kerry Maiorca's meditation here just takes about 5 minutes and you can start anytime. You don't have to wait. This simple guided meditation welcomes you just as you are right now in your imperfect, perfect life. Hello and welcome. You're listening to the Embody podcast, a show about remembering and embodying your true nature, inner wisdom, embodied healing, and self-love. My name is Candice Wu, and I'm a holistic healing facilitator, intuitive coach, and artist sharing my personal journey of vulnerability, offering meditations and guided healing support, and having co-creative conversations with healers and wellness practitioners from all over the world. Kerry was on the podcast this week where we talked about the struggle with more and being a more person, feeling enough, and living a simple life, being enough, as well as trusting that you know your truth and giving yourself permission that you can't do life wrong. You can find her full podcast episode at candicewu.com/Kerry. That's Kerry. And now it's a pleasure to introduce Kerry Maiorca of Bloom Yoga Studio in Chicago, offering this beautiful meditation that just embraces this moment as it is. Here's Kerry.
Welcome, and thanks for joining me for this experiential. I'd like to invite you to begin by asking yourself 2 simple questions. First, are you willing to carve out the next 5 minutes or so just for you? And second, do you believe that 5 minutes is enough to make a difference? I certainly do, but don't expect you to take my word for it. So let's try it. I invite you to practice with me today a meditation that I like to call, if you can't beat 'em, join 'em. This meditation doesn't assume that you're perfect or serene. In fact, it requires and depends on the fact that there are upsets, disruptions in your mind and life. So first, find a comfortable place to either sit, lie down, or stand. And then, with your eyes open but just soft, look around you. Whether you're in your kitchen, in your office, hopefully not behind the wheel of a car. If you are, wait till later. Just look around and see. Take in. Observe. Notice the colors. Notice the shapes, the objects. And just notice any thoughts that are sparked by seeing your everyday surroundings. Then, if it's comfortable to you, I invite you to close your eyes. If not, take a very soft and more introspective gaze. And then begin to notice the state of your thoughts, where your mind is at this moment, without trying to do anything at all to change it and without judging. Just take a few deeper, slower breaths to tune into your mind state, the pace and rhythm of the thoughts, and the thoughts themselves. A few slow in-breaths and out-breaths to observe. And then notice if there are any prominent themes that keep coming back in your thoughts. Or notice if there's an energetic state that you're observing in yourself. Rather than trying to change or deny or pretend it's different, I invite you to practice joining, making friends with what currently is. For example, if you're feeling rushed, you're multitasking, thinking about all the things on your to-do list, I invite you to practice now honoring that and stepping back from it. You can do this by taking a deep breath in and welcoming in the state you wish to create, and a slow breath out, acknowledging what you wish to let go of. For example, you could inhale spaciousness and ease, and exhale busyness. I invite you to think if there are 1 or 2 words that might represent what you wish to welcome in this moment, and 1 or 2 words that you'd wish to let go of. And just practice very simply inhaling to welcome in and exhaling to release. Remember, it's totally normal for the thoughts to push their way forward, for your to-dos to keep coming back. And I invite you not to resist that, but to just know that you can do that later. Now is the time for you. Just a few more breaths, playing with this, welcoming in and letting go. Now slowly bring your attention back to your breathing in its normal everyday state, just watching. Observe the state of your mind and thoughts, how you're feeling. And then if the eyes are closed, I invite you to let them just gently blink back open. Again, softly taking in the room around you, taking in your internal state, and observing how it felt to take just a few minutes to slow down, to get a little quiet, and to connect with your breath. I invite you to use this tool anytime you wish in your normal, everyday, imperfect, perfect life. Thank you for practicing.
I'm so glad you joined us today with this meditation offered by Kerry Maiorca. If you'd like to tune into more healing experientials or meditations, guided experiences by myself or my guests on the Embody podcast, you can check it out at candicewu.com/podcast. Thanks so much for jumping in, and see you next time on the Embody podcast.